Come on, everybody, let's start the show. A quick ahoy hoy and away we'll go. Richard's got a minifig and Flynn's got a pin. The gang's all here and it's time to begin. Tricky Bricks roll call. Moto, Holly, Kara, and sometimes Blair, Clicky, Logan, Ms. Thing and Angela, and Thunderman Ho! Now you're here to grab your bricks and let's go to the Tricky Bricks Build and Check Show!
Ahoy, hoy, friends.
Ahoy, hoy, friends. Look, we're like little people. There we go. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Oh, well.
Logan's here, too.
It's not time for you yet, buddy. I know.
It's all right.
It's okay.
He wants to say hi.
He just wants to say hello. Yes.
I know. Wow.
Wow. Sorry. That was like an incursion. I got to take these off. Hey, how's it going? We got like my hair is a mess. The dog is all over. We've got our coffee. Yeah, I gotta. It was funny. I actually did a little appearance on Yano. Did a live stream on Talk Like a Pirate Day on Instagram, and I was on it for a little while, and it was very fun. It was great, and actually my barber showed up on the stream. He's like, "Wow, your hair's blue." I was like, "Yes, and I need a haircut." And he said, "Text me," like literally during the live stream, because that's what people do now, I guess. But there you go. All right, so I just want to do a little teensy bit of adjustment here. If you give me one sec. Maybe not that much of adjustment. There we go. All right. So, hey everybody. Let's get our look at that. The Ingrid says my hair is fine, but I know the real truth. So let's invite on our guests. We from the middle left-hand side of the United States, we've got Moto.
Hey, Moto.
Hello. I'm feeling great from the middle left-hand side of the United States.
Very good. And now for the upper left-hand side of the United States, it's Holly. Hi, Holly.
Oh, hi. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Happy Sunday. And I think we don't have Kara today because she's actually in the lower left-hand side of the United States at the moment. So
we've got the West covered.
Yes, so we got the West Coast and the middle left-hand side covered. Anyway, so what's everybody up? What's going on? What have you been up to this week? What have you been building, doing, happening? Holly?
Work. Just work is crazy for me. So that's about all that's going on in my life right now. Work and managing screenings and having parties that, have nothing to do with Lego. So
wow,
but
that sounds terrible.
Building the bat, what is it? The bat shuttle?
The bat something. I think you don't even need the bat fill in the blank thing.
Yeah.
The black bat fill in the blank thing.
It's been sitting here it's been sitting here sort of half built for a really long time. So I'm trying to finish some of these things behind me just to clear out the space, if nothing else.
Got it. Yeah, I started working on the Peter Pan, the Peter Pan piece on Yano's stream, and that was fun to start building a little miniature London underneath. Really great. And we get those crates now in that light blue color. There's the the little box crates. Those are so cool. They make great architectural detail. What was that?
I was gonna say I'll take anything in that color. I just like that color.
Yeah. Same. I love it. So gosh, what about you, Mo? He's running away. I think Mo's about to show us something.
Show off
what? Holy bananas, that looks amazing. Wow.
Super Friendship Timber.
Yeah, so here, let me take the stand off here.
That's amazing.
But I don't know if I can get this close enough to the camera. But inside is that little pirate ship.
Yeah, can you put him full screen?
Hammer time.
Hey, Flynn, can you put Moto full screen? I want to see the inside of the.
Oh yeah, sorry, I got too excited by putting the sound on. But there you go. Wow,
In person,
Moto,
it's a lot
that's
easier to see.
incredible.
Yeah.
But there you can see the little pirate ship, and she's holding a pizza pie, and there's little pie shields in the back.
Wow, it's Baroque.
And then it's got pie shooters, so it shoots pies.
That is so great. And don't call it Baroque because it will.
Oh, not Baroque.
That's incredible.
That's
so kind
great.
of fun.
Nice.
So that's my friendship timber build. I finally finished it off. So now I need to start working on my Secret Santa build. That will be
it's amazing.
The next thing I need to build.
So did you build a stand for that?
Yeah, I've got this little
very nice.
A little
got it.
Oh, the little stand.
I just kind of barfed out a Technic stand for it. But yeah,
I think you do.
Well, cool. Well, hey, let's show off some pins. What people got in pin land today? Holly, you go first.
You know, I went to Rose City Comic-Con, our local big Comic-Con yesterday, and I could not find a pen that I liked. I scoured the whole place and couldn't find one pen that I felt was worth purchasing. So that was disappointing. But here's one that my kids brought back for me from Mario World at Universal.
Oh, that's great.
Cute. It's like a Mario
Kart. That's awesome. I love a chain chomp.
Mm-hmm.
Love a good chain chomp. Very good. Nice. Moto, where are we going today? Oh, he's not back.
I need to finish putting this back on the stand and over here.
That's okay. We'll go, and then you can go.
That thing down.
Okay.
I've got a little R2D2 for whatever reason as an egg.
Oh, that's excellent.
Oh,
wow.
Sorry.
Oh.
I know.
I reach in.
I really do try, and just not very hard. All right, so I've got today I have one of my favorite Disney characters of all time, and I would say possibly the most risque Disney character ever to be created. I mean, I could be wrong about this, but
she's
you never
not
know.
bad. She's just drawn that way.
Jessica Rabbit. And it looks like a 1940s movie. Anyway, love me some Jessica.
That's funny. We played some movie trivia at our VES party last weekend, and she was on there. Jessica Rabbit was.
Oh, really? In what context?
I can't remember. I was trying to remember what the question was. I don't remember. It was either maybe it was just Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but it was had something to do with her. I think it was like a word scramble or something like that, and there was a hint.
Oh, got it.
I don't know. Anyway, I was glad somebody threw that.
She's had some censoring issues over the years.
Was that Kathleen Turner? Right?
Kathleen Turner, yes. I mean, perfectly cast. Perfectly cast.
I basically grew up on that movie. Like that was the era of, my coming to age, and I loved her. I've always loved her.
I was living in LA at the time, and I saw it at the Cinerama Dome, and it was so great. Like just going to that crazy looking theater to see it. It was amazing. All right, Moto, where are we going today?
We're going up north to Fort Collins for the Bricky's Creation Festival.
What is that? I've never heard of it.
It's a thing they do in the town square, and they allocate and allow single competitors and family competitors to take a Lego set and then make a mock out of it, and then it's judged. And it goes on for a little while. And they also invite the local lugs to display, and it's just kind of a nice place to hang out for an afternoon. That's during the summer. This one's kind of out of date, but there it is.
Awesome. Very cool. Oh, well, I just got a text from Cara that says she will be here in about 20 minutes. I guess she is going to be signing in from the lower left-hand side of the United States. So Chris Chalice asks, do we know the reason why there was no question mark at the end of the title of the film, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I don't know. That is definitely some trivia I am not aware of.
I guess it's a rhetorical question.
It's probably because of budget, because they didn't want to recut and insert for all the different international languages that the film was displayed in.
Who knows?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Who can say? I'm sure Chris knows, or he wouldn't have asked.
Yeah.
So I just want to give a little shout out to a year ago. We were in Scareback with Holly and a
Yep.
bunch of the designers hanging out, and I'm heartbroken to have missed it this year.
Yeah,
It
I've
was
got
so
some FOMO
good.
going on with everybody being there right now.
Yeah, for
It's kind
sure.
of
I'm
cool
just
to
trying
see
not
all
to
the
look at-
posts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's nice seeing the new gallery pieces up and all that stuff. So
I just can't imagine, without a set of detailed instructions for how to take our piece apart, what condition our piece is in right now. I mean, I know Lego will be very careful with it, but it was kind of a puzzle, and we pasted over all the joints.
we'll see. I'm sure they're clever. I'm sure they can
They are
figure it
clever.
out. Okay, so
Many
Chris
a brick separator and clicky was used, I'm sure.
very good. Because the reason is the marketing men in Disney said no film with a question mark or exclamation point had ever made money at the box office.
Wow.
Really?
That's so funny.
That's so weird.
It's like a movie curse. Weird.
I guess so. It just confused exclamation points and question marks confuse people, I suppose. But
Well, then you would think they would just
that's-
title it "Someone Framed Roger Rabbit." Like, why bother making? Oh gosh.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, so we got a few things to talk about today. We have some Lego news. We have a few sets that got announced this week. One of them is apparently a really big deal, and I almost skipped it, but I was shamed into adding it into the adding it into the lineup. And also, we are going to take a look at this new thing. I guess not that new. It's been up for a little while, but I don't think they've really been advertising it. There was this thing called the BrickLink MOC Pop-up shop. And we're going to talk a little bit about that and how it works and what it does. And we'll take a look at some of the things that you can order from there, including a model from a Tricky Lug member, Christopher Coster. If you remember Christopher, he was around a lot in the beginning, and then he was our first Tricky Lug baby. Like, they had their baby, and then now they've got a second one. That's how long it's been. But he has a piece up there, and also our friend Tim Heydrich also has a piece up there that we're going to look at. Both worth your time. However, I will, never mind. We'll talk about it when we get there. It's a little confusing how it works, but and I have a big question about it. But I understand that it won't sell in the main market, so I'm not going to ask the question.
Wow.
No, I will ask the question. But anyway, so those are the things that those are the things we're going to be looking at today. Now, I kind of want to.
You will.
Oh, you got this model. Very good, Jake.
You need to ask the question, but you can't put it in the title because then you'd have to have a question mark, and then it would make it money.
Just when I say it, I won't make my voice go up at the end like a question. I'll just say it in a monotone. But hey, let's say hi to everybody who's in the chat. So if you're in the chat right now and you want to say hi, now's a good time.
Give a shout out
to say hello. And we have, let's see, what have we got coming up? We're not going anywhere else this year, I don't think.
No more conventions this year.
No more conventions this year. We are done with conventions for the year, I think.
Just working on builds.
Well, yeah, and we're working on our friends zone. We need to work on our friend zone piece and that sort of thing. But yeah, conventions this year for us are completed. It would have been
Lucky ducky.
Yeah.
Well, Moto, you have a busy schedule typically. Do you have conventions coming up?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's always local stuff going on. Like this weekend, I didn't do it because it's in Colorado Springs, so I'm being lazy, and not driving the hour and a half down.
Oh, you're so lazy.
There's a BrickFest Live. Colorado Springs is going to come back to Denver, and then I'll do that one because it's only 30-minute drive. But yeah, there's always
cool.
train shows and various other things. We're going to do a display in front of the Lego store here in about a month in the mall. So the largest Lego store in the local mall. They're going to put out tables and let us display in front of the Lego store.
Mel says, "Boo."
Very nice.
Hi, Mel.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
I just didn't feel like going.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see who's here. We've got Alexander 23Z is here. Apples is here, all the way from Europe. Chris Thron Chalice. David Wilkie. Drew Dershel. Hi, Drew.
We've got Fabufan MKE.
And Hooded One. Jake Sadovich and Johnny Cat. Hi, guys. How's it going? We've got Miss Ingrid Bricks, Monica Berry, and Moto is our Mscapades for the day. We've got Phil Carlton, Rob Zaccardi and the Zaccardis. Hello. Scott Caswell. Hi, Scott. Good to see you. We've got Smoke Up Johnny. And, of course, the fabulous Wilfred. Bonsoir, Wilfred. And Zarakino, Kim, wherever you are. It's always good to shout you out here. All right. And welcome to anybody else who may have popped in from the side.
Elise Johnson.
Yes, it is Howie. And my mom's here. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Elise.
And Mel is here.
Yeah, is anybody reporting from Scareback? Has anybody been over there?
I know we have some people over there, but I don't, it's kind of at night there right now. It's like 7 or 8 at night there right now. So who knows?
I don't know. They got a couple of Europeans here. Somebody.
They're probably partying in somebody's cabin right now.
Probably.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, everybody, it was my mom's birthday last week, so you should all say happy birthday to her because she's amazing. So, golly, let's go ahead and take a look at this, at these things that we've got. So give me just a second here. I'm gonna,
early morning. So yeah, no, everybody's still hungover.
It's not early morning there.
That's what.
No. Early evening.
No, he said early evening.
Oh, sorry, I thought it said early morning. Yeah, early evening.
Yeah, because I remember when we would interview people from Lego and we would have our show at 10. It was always like 7 or 8 at night for them.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
So
now Australia and New Zealand, oof, that would be rough if they were on.
Yeah.
Oh, we did. We had Jimmy and Maddie on.
Mm-hmm.
I remember,
yeah.
And that was a whole scheduling thing. That was a whole thing. I mean, it worked out, but I think it was, like super early in the morning for them. Whatever. So, golly. Okay. So we are going to take a look at some of the new stuff that got announced this week. And this one, I'm going to let Moto talk about this because he seems to know a heck of a lot more about it than I do. Because why?
Let's see what it is.
Well, you know what it is. Okay, here it is.
Yes.
The Venator class Republic attack cruiser.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think a lot of Star Wars fans have been waiting a while for this one, especially millennials. Because
I gotta say, if it has anything to do with the later movies, I don't get the hype. So please explain, why is this such a hype right now?
So it's less about the movies and it's more about the animated series. Because if you were a kid and saw the Clone Wars animated series, if you watched Rebels, all of that was set during the Clone Wars, and this is the main
Got it.
Precursor to the Star Destroyer that Anakin and Padme and of course Ahsoka Tano, all of their adventures, and the clone troopers and all of their friends and cohorts were always flying out of this attack cruiser. And so everybody's wanted a UCS model of this thing because it's just one of those iconic prequel trilogy, starships.
Right. Of
I
course.
was really surprised when they did the oh man, I forgot the official name, but basically the drop ships instead of this. I always thought that the Venator would have come before the drop ship UCS sets, but I'm glad it's here. Looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, it looks looks like a Star Wars ship.
Well, and it's
cool.
colorful, right?
Colorful.
With a little
compared-
bit of color. Yeah,
compared
the
with
dark
all gray.
Yeah, the
I mean,
dark
there's a
red
color.
was a big deal.
Well, okay, so so the thing with the animated series that I understand it is that, like, I haven't watched Ahsoka yet, and it looks cool, but I was reading some things about it, and everybody was just saying, like, it's so much based in the Clone Wars that if you didn't watch it, you'd be kind of lost. And I was like, well, I never watched that, so I don't really feel like watching a show that I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, so I'm sure that that's not a coincidence that this came out around, with Ahsoka kind of pushing forward the whole animation again.
Well, I don't want to give away Ahsoka, but this ship is mostly categorized under the opening sequence, which is an epic dogfight. Going just mad crazy. One of the best openings to a Star Wars film was that epic space battle, and then it quickly devolved from there. But yeah, these attack cruisers were there with Anakin and Obi-Wan flying around trying to blow up droids and save, eventually Palpatine from his abductor. And yeah, it's just one of those iconic ships that I think a lot of Star Wars fans, from that era will want to have and build.
I'm sure.
And it's really well done.
Sure.
It's really representative. It's really well executed for the designers who worked on this.
That's
hey,
awesome.
And if you need a gray parts pack with wedge plates, you've got it.
Sure.
Well, I often feel like the people who are making Star Wars like now, like Dave Filoni and all them, they must there's so much lore to draw from between all the different movies, the animated shows, and I don't know how they keep it all straight. I think that's like anybody who's been writing comics for a long time, the characters have been retconned and died and come back to life, and sometimes in somebody else's body, and a whole thing. It's I don't know how they keep it all straight. And the funny thing is they a lot of times they don't. And so they do stuff that apparently is, wrong in the timeline. And of course, there are people out there, fans, who have every iota of lore memorized and absolutely lose their minds if anything happens that's yeah, this show did this one thing that has ruined Star Wars canon forever. There's lots of articles like that.
There's two things that happen. One is there is a person whose job it is to maintain the canon of Star Wars at Lucasfilm.
I'm sure.
And with all the changes, and they actually worked for George Lucas because George started to lose track of everything. But
how could you not?
Their job was to read all the books and keep everything tidy. And the other answer is sometimes they don't. Sometimes the actors who are acting the different roles, like Sam Whitaker talked about how at the end of the Solo movie, when they reveal, his character that he's voiced, they were talking about what lightsaber, is it going to be? And they said, well, it's going to be the dual bladed one. He said, well, no, he doesn't have that anymore at this point in time. It's you either have a choice of this lightsaber or this lightsaber. It's either going to be a dark saber and it's going to be this other saber. And you have to tell me when this movie's truly set with Han Solo, because because he knew his character almost better than Filoni did at that point. So they do rely on a lot of the actors to keep their own characters straight when they're part of the production, which is nice.
Wow. All right. Well, we've spent way more time on this than I thought we would.
But yeah, it's cool.
There are entire teams of people keeping track of all that stuff, though. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up,
continuity.
Yeah.
The new Winter Village set is out, and it's adorable.
That is cute.
But you know what I noticed, y'all? It's conspicuously missing something.
It's missing two things, actually.
Yes, it's missing two things.
What, a lamppost?
A lamppost and a bench.
And a
Bench.
cat.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, the cat's right there.
There's a cat, but there's no
That's a
bench.
dog, isn't it?
That's a cat.
Okay.
But I love
mean,
that
the
it has an
outhouse is-
outhouse.
I mean, that has a bench if you think about it. Functionally, it's a bench.
Yeah, there's a bench in there somewhere.
Well, I love the
Well,
little
hopefully.
half moon that they managed to get the little fingernail moon on the door.
It's a sticker. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is it?
Probably.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That was.
I
that
like
was
I like the way the pine tree front element is now rendered in white. So that's going to be a new fun element to mess with.
Palm tree?
No, sorry.
Oh, the
pine
new
tree.
one.
fern
I meant,
leaves
I
and
meant
white.
pine tree. Yeah. They inverted those new
really
leaf
cute.
elements and then molded them in white for the toppers. I think that's cool.
That's cool.
Interesting.
Looks great.
Wow.
It's a great
Oh.
effect.
Yeah. So what do you think? Is this do you all collect the Winter Village sets?
I do. I have all. of
I know
those.
you do.
I have 0. I will
I have
probably still
none.
have 0. I have none. I have no Winter Village sets. No winter sets except for the Reindeer Battle Pack. I bought that one.
Yeah, I mean the Winter Village stuff is part of what. Well, it was pre-Winter Village when they came out with the first holiday train a few years before they started the Winter Village series. That was right about the time that I was jumping back into it, like I remember that being one of the first sets I bought in a Lego store in a long time, and then it ramped up from there. So yeah.
Man, I love the effect for the logs on the log cabin. The use of all those stadium elements to build that out. That's going to be that's a large volume of those stadium elements.
Yeah.
And what, dark orange?
It looks like it.
It looks like, yeah. It looks like
Holly,
it's
how
not
do you-
crazy expensive either. Like it looks like it would be a reasonably priced set. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
It's
and what's-
$100. They're sticking with I have to say with the Winter Village sets, they really stick with that $100 price.
Great. Yeah.
And
And
it'll
what's
be
crazy
out
to
October
me
1st.
is how many vintage elements they threw in here because it's an icon set. So if you look at the doors, they're using the window elements and the small pine tree on the left-hand island on the right. Those are all elements going way back to the 70s, maybe even earlier. So, I'm glad the designer is same with the rail. Yeah. So I'm just glad that they're using, really vintage type elements in this build. Maybe because it is an icons, they wanted to bring some of that forward into a modern look.
It's really cool.
Holly, how do you display your Winter Village? Are they around the tree, or what do you do?
We have we have this little table. This is like the only time of year that Lego is allowed outside of its quarantine space in my studio down here. So yeah, we have a table in an alcove upstairs, and we put a big, like, it used to be just that table, it used to all fit on that table, but eventually it got so big that we had to put it on a big plywood platform that goes on top of it. So we dig
Right.
that out, and then we just build out. I have what I call a Lego tree. It's just a little tinsel tree, and then I have all my Lego ornaments on that, and then I build the village. So it's a tabletop tree, and with just Lego ornaments, and then all of the village built around that, with like the train running
cool.
around it and everything.
Oh yeah.
How about you guys?
How fun.
What do you guys have a lot of these winter sets?
We put them around underneath the tree.
We have a couple of them, but not a ton. Like we have
the workshop, right?
we have Santa's Workshop, which we got as a door prize, like at one of our very first Lego conventions. And then we got the what else did we get? We got the Bookworm and the viewers got me a copy of the Winter Village Carnival, which is an adorable little set. And we might have like one or two more. I'm not sure.
What do you guys think of the cardinal and the squirrel in this set?
I didn't notice.
I'm
them.
always a fan of any animals.
Okay,
There,
so
I
the
think
squirrel's
we-
on the railing on the top floor on the right, and then the cardinal's
Yep.
on a little perch on the left on the second floor.
Oh, I see that.
Where's the cardinal?
Up there?
Oh, it's a new cardinal. Oh, it's just the bird in red. I got
It's
it.
red.
Still, that's
Well, I don't
cool.
know what else to call it. I mean, the red bird is a cardinal.
Yeah, no,
so
the
Oh,
red
the
bird.
cardinal,
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
It's a cute squirrel. Not friends cute, but it's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm kind of with Scott on this one too. So I do a Halloween village as well as a precursor to the Winter Village. And it
Yeah.
does seem like a little early to be talking about the Christmas village or the Winter Village sets. So I'm like, yeah, I wish we had Halloween sets coming out to look forward to.
I thought
Yeah.
Halloween was the cutoff. Like you're
Yeah.
done with Halloween, you start putting up, Thanksgiving and
Yeah, but there aren't.
Oh
that
no,
many
we were
Halloween.
just at Joann's yesterday, and they already have all their Christmas stuff out, and all the Halloween stuff is on sale. And I was like, wait,
Yeah.
it's not even October
Not even
yet.
October. I know. It's so sad.
Oh my
Keeps
God.
moving up, keeps creeping up. Mariah Carey is released every year a little earlier. Maybe it's a global climate change warming thing. You know,
Jeez.
it's coming earlier. Scott, Halloween's my favorite holiday, hands down.
Yeah.
I think
Absolutely.
yeah, I would imagine.
Of
he knows
course, you know
that.
that from all the Halloween parties you've been to.
well, geez, here Halloween's a big deal. It's
Yeah.
the costumes are in full blown mode.
Well, as we've talked about, Richard used to throw some like absolutely blowout Halloween parties like back in the day.
Cool.
Lots of special effects, all that.
Indeed.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm looking for this picture of there's actually a there's
Like
a
a
Friends set.
Oh, okay.
What now?
I want to
Yeah,
see the
there's a
Friends set.
Friends set. But I'm not finding it right now. I may have to go and look for it in a second. But let's move on to the next one. Okay, speaking of Halloween,
Halloween set,
this is apparently the Halloween offering this year.
The spooky parts pack.
So it's cute. It feels like we're not getting a lot more than we've gotten. Like these all seem like parts that we can get other places, but they're just kind of all together in one place here.
Well, there's one element in there that the space fig collectors are going to go crazy for and kind of mad because it was so hard to get before, and now it's in a little blister pack.
Yep.
Purple space
Which is
helmet.
the purple space helmet.
I heard it comes with two of them.
Well, that
It
makes
comes with two
and
purple helmets.
so anybody who was paying the big bucks, like GOAT level stuff for purple helmets, is going to get a little miffed or sigh of relief from everybody else who didn't.
Goat
That's
level.
how it goes. That's how it goes.
But there's also a medieval helmet in there. So castle people, if you want a nice medieval helmet for your armies, this is another supplier pack for that, which is nice.
Yeah, I mean it's not a bad little setup. It's like it's cute, but I would look I would like something along the lines of like George's witch model, just like something like they usually do a bigger Halloween model along with
the little mini kind of creator sets, I can't believe there's not. I mean, what they're probably end up doing is re-releasing the one from last year or something.
I can see they listen to Mr. Meow's surveys about what they need to include in all Lego sets. This one, but put a cat in it. As long as you put a cat in it, he's gonna like the set.
That's all you need.
All you need is a cat.
Oh my goodness! All right,
is that a new color for the pie? Because normally it's a white topper, and this one looks like it's
I don't think so. I think that was
the funny thing is, I always thought that the pie was white, but it's actually a very, very pale yellow. It's like
that's actually
like
a more. I think that's a more yellow. I think there are a couple of different colors of that pie top. Where there's one that's a little like a more custard, and the other one's supposed to be like a meringue.
My favorite one is the white one with the strawberries on it. Like that one's really good.
Yeah.
But anyway, like it's a cute little parts pack, but and there are a few. I noticed there's a waffle in there for some reason, and cookies.
I think they're supposed to be
stuff.
Little treats. And the thing on the right, is that like a Lord of the Rings, or is it an elves type of railing in black? Sorry, far left.
Where?
I got messed up.
It's one of those fence pieces, or the
elves fence.
Elves.
Yeah,
elves. It's an elves fence element. Well, that's nice. They brought more from that elves line back.
Cool detail. You need about a dozen more of them, but
yeah. Oh, a blue witch hat is cute. Yeah, I mean, so not at all a terrible collection.
That's how they get you. They put just a couple of those seed parts in there, so it makes you want to buy like a dozen packs.
Right, but now I will say this is not just a buy. This is the VIP add-on pack.
Oh, that sucks. Okay.
Kind of like the pirate one was. So
I
it's
thought it
only
was like
available.
Yeah, I thought it was like an extra pack.
Also, there's a plick in there, right front and center in white. It's the half. It's not a brick and it's not a plate. It's like the 2-plate high brick. The plick.
Yep, right there in front. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, look who's here.
Yay.
It's Minifigchick.
Hey.
Hi, Cara.
Hi. Just got back.
How
from
goes it
getting
in the lower left-hand side of the United States?
Exactly. Very lower left-hand side at the moment. I just got back from getting ube matcha latte.
What even is
Yum.
that? That sounds like a lot of things in one.
It is a lot of things. It's quite good. A little sweet.
I know those
Very
words
good.
separately.
They go well together, actually, and it's kind of mixed together now, but you can see it was an awesome purple and green when you first picked it up.
Wow.
Anyway.
Well, hey, we're just checking out the new sets that got announced this week, and you're just in time for the last two. We were just talking about the Halloween VIP add-on pack,
It's very
which is good. And then here's now, I'm excited about this one. Now, as you know, and I've talked about this many times ad nauseum, but like I missed the whole Nintendo generation because it was the era before mine, but I love the iconography of Mario sets and like all the stuff around it. And this is probably my favorite
I like that
all
one a lot.
of the Mario enemies. This one is definitely my favorite. Although I do love a chain chomp, but this one is great. And I think a lot of people really are going to be excited about this. Of course, it's got a whole like Audrey 2 thing kind of going on.
Just going to say, you, Audrey.
Little shop.
I love the poofy lips, are fantastic. It's really great.
Really fun. Yeah.
And that looks like those tube arm pieces from the Mickey Mouse set that are the lips.
Yep.
Like the bigger, like the fatter macaroni pieces. So
Yep. Another
really
color.
cool. Really, really cool. I'm excited for this one.
What's the price
And
on
green.
that?
Let me look. Hang on.
I'm
one
just
second,
happy to
'cause
see more advanced kind of curved slope elements in green, because green is a really tough color to collect and get a lot of diversity in. So that's pretty wicked.
Let me see if I can find it.
And it looks like the dots are printed because it's a compound curve. You couldn't sticker it easily. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yep. That is true. Let me see
You
if
know
I can
what?
find.
I bet Jake Sedovich could make one hell of a ladybug out of those parts.
Ooh.
Oh yes, 100%.
That just probably already built it.
100%.
He's like, here, it's done.
And then I wonder how they create that angle. I bet it's not just on a ball hinge.
So this is 540 pieces for $59.99.
Wow.
Perfect.
Available November 6th.
That's
Nice.
what, half a foot, probably half a foot tall, I'm guessing. Pretty big model.
Well, let's see. Yeah, well, it's because those are all the pot's sideways built, right? Yeah, I'm
Looks
sure
like
it's decently tall.
Yeah, probably 6 or 7 inches.
Yeah. Anyway, it looks cool.
Love it.
Looking forward to that. I want a forest of those, says Hooded One. Absolutely. I want
Yes.
a whole terrifying garden. Okay. Let's see. What else have we got here?
Good
Okay,
idea.
so this is the Friends Holiday. Oh God, it's like I got a really long name. Friends Holiday Ski Lodge and Cafe. Because of course there has to be a cafe.
The trees are great.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you to the
Very
designer who
colorful.
rendered all those great different colors for those, the way the trees were made together. The
Yeah,
light
the
blue,
tree-
powder blue is so hard to find.
And I don't think that's powder blue. I think it's that that greenish blue, that like aqua.
Light aqua, yeah.
So, and I love that there's 3 different colors of it as well. It makes such a great combo.
Mhm.
Whoa, the
Um,
Cardinals back. They actually
Yeah.
shared an animal
Another
between
Cardinal.
Friends and Standard. That's nuts.
And look at this guy. Look how cute.
So cute.
Aw.
Is that like a husky puppy?
Probably, yeah.
I'll buy
Yep.
that.
Ooh,
Oh,
hot
Very
dog.
good.
Cocos are so
The
cute.
hot cocoa
Oh
cups.
my gosh.
Oh, now that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's great. I have the orange and the green ones, but this is love that there's a brown one. That's
Audrey's
fantastic.
gonna be all about that.
Oh, that's true, right?
Our little hot chocolate addict.
I love it. It's a cute little set.
Oh, look,
And those.
same stadium things as on that winter set we looked at.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Well,
color.
I just feel like this ski slope thing is just magical. It's just so cute. Like the little, like the curvy bumps. It's not just a straight like slalom. It's like a whole little cute thing. And and those trees really make it, I think.
The trees are the best.
So what's really nuts about this is there is a type of skiing that now exists that didn't exist when I was growing up, and that's the little sit-down ski chairs with the poles that the person on the lower left has.
Which is smart.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Oh, I just saw that. No, that I might try. I am terrified. I have never done a winter sport in my life, and I'm absolutely terrified of it.
What, never ice skated or?
No, I mean, we talked about this before, but it was a long time ago. But yeah, like back in like my time when I would have been doing winter sports, I was really involved in theater, and I was always in a show, like always in a show, especially at Christmas time. And when you're doing like small community theater, you don't get an understudy. So going and doing things like winter sports where you could possibly injure yourself is not like a thing that you want to do. As a matter of fact, I was just listening to
I think it's a wheelchair accessible way of skiing is really what it's representing. So
That's what I thought was going on there. Yeah.
Well, I hopefully it can also be for clumsy people who are too afraid to ski, because
I don't think it makes it any easier, believe it or not.
Right.
It's really cool.
But you're closer to the ground, so you're less likely to kill yourself.
If you is the helmet
Closer to the
coral?
ground, so falling is less.
Is what?
You're closer to the
helmet
ground, so
coral?
falling is less painful.
Okay, I can't hear. Sorry. What did you first, Cara? What did you say?
You're closer to the ground, so when you fall, you're not falling from a greater height. It's going to be less painful.
Okay. And what did you say, Moto?
If you zoom in on that, so is that a coral space helmet with a visor in
Yes, it
trans
is.
purple?
Whoops. It's coral or pink. It's hard to tell.
I think it's coral.
I think it's coral.
Mhm.
Dang it. That's cool. Very cool. Yeah, we need a coral spaceman now. Yes.
Yeah.
I 100%
Yes.
agree. Okay. That is the friends. That's the last of the new things that we have to look at today.
Yeah,
Hey Tanner, how's it going?
Yeah,
And just
unfortunately,
in time.
There's
the
also
I know,
a
right?
lime-
Oh, perfect.
I was going to say
timing.
there's a lime green space helmet as well. If you look through the window on the upper floor, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Nice. All right. Well, friends, it happens to be time
oh gosh,
for the pause
Here she
that
comes.
refreshes.
all I had to do
Everybody-
was look at her.
I know. Well, he came. You missed it, but he came up during the intro today. Like he was already ready to go.
Yeah.
So that's right, everybody. It's time for the pause that refreshes. It's hi again. It's Logan Cookie time. Somebody is very excited. He's been excited
Super
since
excited.
like the first moment. Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh.
It's right here, Logan.
Okay, let's try this again. Come on.
No, it didn't drop.
Wow,
Come
he
here.
thinks it's on the floor.
Come on
We
up
all
here.
know what his real motivation is. Okay, here we go.
He's crazy.
You're not really giving
more.
Skittles anything to shoot for today, Logan.
You got it.
Okay, and now it's time for Skittles with the weather.
Hi, Skill. Can you catch it today? Can you catch it? Catch it. Skittles. Catch it. Okay, let's turn you a little bit this way. There you go. Ready?
Oh my goodness.
Skittles.
Well, she knows the trick now. She's like, I'm just gonna let it land on the table.
Skittles. Catch it. Come on. Come on.
Oh, geez.
Oh, come Come on.
Oh,
wow.
my goodness. Wow.
You're
All
not
right,
even
friends.
trying.
Okay, you get one more chance. Oh, very
She
good.
caught it.
And that has been Logan Cookie Time featuring Skittles.
Flynn, did you see the video I sent you yesterday?
No, I did not. It would not. I couldn't get it to download.
Oh no! So we're
Yeah,
down.
no, it would not. It
we're down
wouldn't come through on my phone.
That's a
All right.
shame. We're down here in Southern California, and Paint Pusher's grandson is 6 months old and is the most adorable little dachshund. So we did a
Aw.
special investigative report yesterday. He has a treat toy we were getting out, but
Oh
I
my
don't
goodness. Well, then we're gonna have to. I will
Where
try
it is.
again to down. I'll try it on my computer next time. It was
okay,
my
yeah,
phone
maybe
was
next weekend we'll show it.
Yeah. So the other thing that we're going to talk about today, and I'm so glad we're all here to talk about this because it is definitely one of the more interesting things that's come out of the BrickLink Designer program, and that is the MOC Pop-up store. Now, apparently this has been a thing for a little while, and I will just go ahead and straight up admit that I didn't know about it.
Mhm.
So I apparently wasn't paying close enough attention or whatever. But so what happens is, or what they are doing is, people who have submitted Lego ideas that did not get picked up and then did not make it into the BrickLink Designer program, they are now offering a way for you to basically order digital instructions for the model, and then it automatically populates your BrickLink. It finds you the stores that have all the parts that you need to build the model and builds shopping carts for you for those stores. And then they basically sell you the instructions, all right, along with. Now, my first question was, well, I have a huge amount of bricks, so are you going to force me to buy all of the bricks from these stores? Well, no, you actually have the ability to edit those carts.
Yeah.
But what I found odd, and maybe I just wasn't looking in the right place, but what I found odd was there was no way to just buy the instructions. I mean, I didn't try this out, but I guess technically you could go and like have it make the carts for you and then delete the carts and just buy the instructions. I don't know, but they really seem to be encouraging you to purchase the parts from BrickLink store. Now, here's the interesting thing. They offer you a couple of different things. They will offer you either to pull all from BrickLink stores, or they will also search Lego Pick-a-Brick and BrickLink stores and return you the cheapest option. So you can do a combination of parts from BrickLink stores along with Lego Pick-a-Brick.
That's cool.
So in that way, like for somebody who doesn't have a lot of parts, that's really great.
Yeah.
I would think for somebody that does have a lot of parts, and especially somebody who maybe doesn't keep them organized, it would be difficult, if not tedious, to go through and uncheck all the things in those shopping carts that you already have.
Well, also,
and so
it's
now
for
this is-
someone. I was going to say it's great for anyone who's never used BrickLink or BrickLink Studio before, because
Yes.
it's like an easy road. It's an easy access to have the instructions, but also build and get the pieces through BrickLink, because you do have to be fairly well versed in BrickLink to make your own carts and go out and pick all the stores and do all the options. And it's not designed for someone like us who has been used to this and has done it before. It seems to me like a really easy on-ramp into the way BrickLink works and the way you can buy parts, right?
Oh, it absolutely is. Like that, like no question about it. But you know, I will say this also: most people using BrickLink are probably AFOLs with a lot of bricks, like who need stuff for projects. So I'm just saying, it's surprising to me that they don't have a section where they like, or you can just buy the instructions. Now I get it; they're trying to encourage use of BrickLink and use of BrickLink stores, and I gotta say, it's pretty like forward or you know, forward thinking of them to allow you to do Lego Pick a Brick and just random BrickLink stores.
Yeah,
Right.
Wilfred
Has
has a good question.
I don't believe
What's
so.
that? Would the
Wilfred.
original designer be allowed to sell the instructions through his or her BrickLink shop? I have no idea. However, let's take a look.
Well, you
we're gonna
said
actually
these were originally idea submissions. Is that correct?
these were
So-
originally
Right?
idea
So-
submissions.
So you no longer own those instructions once you submit them to ideas.
Yeah, I
They
would
are-
imagine that
You
is
cannot. That means it precludes you from selling them through yourself.
Yes.
It has to be.
unless
so that-
they're well, I don't know, because do these have to be recent submissions, or is it just anything that was ever?
Well, no, they pick them. So these
Yeah.
are
Let's take a look.
curated.
Let's
Yeah.
take a
So
look.
let's take a look.
Yeah, but
Um,
if somebody submitted something to ideas like 5 years ago and it
Let's
was
take a look,
Yeah.
and then we can decide.
Okay.
So here are the ones. So yeah, for a limited time this fall, BrickLink members in the U.S. and select European countries can purchase digital building instructions and loose Lego elements to build these fan favorite BrickLink designer program submissions. And right now there's 41 designs to look at, and they're pretty cool. I
Mhm.
love this one. The Secret of the Japanese Castle is gorgeous.
I also love
Um,
that they have a difficulty rating associated with it. I think that's
Yeah, there's
very,
definitely a
very good.
difficulty rating. But now look at these. Now take a look at these prices.
Mhm.
Now,
Well, what are the
some
prices
of them,
for? Is that just an estimated what it costs to get the parts to build
that's
it?
estimated what it will cost
Cool.
for you to get it.
Got it. And that's
Okay.
probably
Mine
based on current like average parts. Do you
Yes.
I wonder if it's based on like new parts or just any
Well,
Well, I'm going to show you how
Also-
that works in a second.
it probably won't include shipping.
probably not.
Right. It was not include shipping. Okay, so here we go. We've got the Medieval Stonemasons Guild Glass Studio. This one I'm excited about. Our friend
Tim
Tim Heydrich did this one.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, this one is available and actually pretty reasonably priced.
Mhm.
Now remember too, you're paying $10 for the instructions, and then it's going
Mhm.
to cost you $67 to $80 for the parts,
Got it.
Sure.
right? But if you, of course, if you
Plus-
have some of these parts, you know,
Plus shipping,
plus
which is going
shipping.
to add up real
Yeah.
quick
Yeah.
on some of these.
I love this one.
Yeah, that's cool.
Really beautiful. And see, that's one I know that I have all those tan bricks and wouldn't need them.
Got that costume.
I wonder how much back and forth there is between the guys over at BrickLink and these designers. Like, if they get a chance to, yeah, exactly. That's
Cool.
what I was going to bring
Yeah,
up,
Jacob,
Jake,
yeah.
earlier. Is that you get your rights back after 3 years. So if they're picking these ideas projects that are like 5 years old, I don't know if you have to renew some kind of deal with Lego to sell these on BrickLink, or if they're able to retain rights to those instructions. That would be a good question. And then the other
Right.
part is, if the designers have to go back and revise the design, to get the sticker price down on the parts, because if you initially design something for ideas, it's a concept, right? And even if you're doing it in studio, you can use kind of whatever parts are in the palette. Like you can say, oh, Lego can
Mhm.
make that color in green even if it doesn't exist, right? So if you're going to
Oh,
actually
right.
sell the instructions, you have to go back and revise those instructions for parts that exist, and ideally parts that are affordable. So it's a little bit of redesign work that would be involved, and I don't know how much BrickLink manages that part of it.
Yeah, and so Deneen says also it's a curated list because they can't do licensed or stickers.
Correct.
Mhm.
So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, no
All right,
ID.
anyway, let's keep looking at the list here. So we've got Stables and Inn, Skateboard Adventures, Container House, Medieval Street is very nice. The Working Mini Golf Course.
That's awesome.
This is one that I would be all over.
Totally.
Sure. I love this one.
It's only going to set you back $250, but that's the downside to this stuff. Is the price is going to be crazy on a lot of these.
Do what you got to do.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like that's why I find it curious. Like, look at this one, $673 top end. I mean, that's a big set, but
it's a big set.
I'm glad they're doing this, because anybody who complains about how expensive the Lego sets are in the store for the parts range, they can come here and see what it costs aftermarket to build a set of that scale, and you realize that it's actually more affordable to get a set that Lego's put in the retail store because of this. Exactly.
I mean, look at this
logistics
one.
Here.
This is going for maybe $500.
Yeah, that does make me wonder if they aren't doing their due diligence to go back in and recolor parts, because it's probably like one part in there that's $1 a piece or something driving up that price.
Sure. Still, it's a really nice format to get a lot of these these really nice modulars that Lego is never going to produce, but might be nice for someone's village.
Yeah, I love the Space Museum, is fabulous. And of course, there is KK Bricks, our own Christopher Foster's scaled 3X horse for a reasonable price.
What you should do is invite Chris on, and he can answer all the questions we have, because his stuff is here.
Too. Yeah,
that would be a good idea.
If you know someone on the inside, why not invite them on?
I love this Brachiosaurus skeleton; is fantastic. Wow, very cool. Yeah, it's what's funny is every time I click on these and go back again, it mixes the order of them up.
There's a Forstman related build in there too, which is kind of fun. Right down in the lower right, bang right there.
Oh yeah, this one.
So this is a good way for all the people who complain that Lego isn't bringing back Forstman, or Lego isn't doing this or that or whatever.
Oh, they'll still complain.
See, there's classic space right there. So, why doesn't Ideas do classic space? Well, come on over here and put your money where your mouth is.
That's why that was the whole point of. That's why they started doing this years ago. It was exactly that, because there were so many people that were bummed out about the Ideas projects not making it, that they saw another opportunity here.
I love this.
That ice cream parlor looks like Casa Bonita.
It does. It's really adorable. I love it.
By the way, you guys don't know this, but I live only like 2.5 miles from Casa Bonita.
Oh my gosh! Well, if I didn't want to visit you before, which I did, now I really want to.
Well, so anyway, Casa Bonita if you want to.
Let's take a look at how this. I love this little caravan. Let's use this caravan as a test.
Okay.
All right. I think this is super cute. Caravan theater. Love it. It's got little seats and stuff in it.
Yep.
And we're just going to go through this. All right. And I'm going to show y'all kind of how this works. And it tells you right here, makes it real easy for you. So I'm going to go to purchase here. I'm already logged in. And we can see that it's going to be $10 with $134 to $226 parts estimate. Does not include shipping and handling. Yeah. So I go to purchase.
Yep. Okay. Slick. All right.
And then continue. Okay. So then they give you this layout. Here's the lowest price is $186 from 1, 2, 3, 4.
Until you pay for that shipping from Lithuania, though. Whoosh.
What now?
I'm glad that they're putting the shipping in there when they give you the lowest price, because Lithuania, $30 of shipping, that's very nose on to international stuff.
Right. And now the thing that I find interesting is I'm not given the option to say I don't want to get anything, I'm sorry. Domestic BrickLink stores only right here.
Mm-hmm. Which means you might actually get it. It means you might actually get it in less than 3 months.
But now look at this one. Now, even though this says the lowest price, this one is actually the lowest price. This is the BrickLink and Lego Pick-a-Brick together. Get everything from 3 stores free shipping from Lego itself. And then these 2 around the clock bricks, which I, by the way, recommend. I've ordered from them many times and they are amazing. So you could get this whole thing for $160 plus shipping.
So what is missing here is the estimated time to complete all your brick orders. That's what I want to see.
Right. And I don't like, obviously they, you know, if you're ordering from BrickLink people, it's faster. But if you're ordering from Pick a Brick, yeah. And this is only going to, like, I think this option is only going to add to the current load that they have at Pick a Brick.
But I would hope that they could at least do some metrics to say, well, okay, if I take all the data from all the BrickLink orders and I look at the logistics, I should be able to estimate that. So, for example, from Slovenia or Lithuania, it will be X amount of time on average, whereas US domestic is average X amount of time. And they definitely know how long Lego Pick a Brick is taking. So,
right.
Even though, you know, I wish they had something that spoke to the speed of delivery, because someone here would say, oh yeah, I'm going to do Lego Pick a Brick, and will they get ragey when the Lego Pick a Brick order takes, you know, weeks and weeks and weeks?
Yeah,
and
like
weeks
what
and
if you were
weeks
trying
and
to buy this as a Christmas present for somebody for them to build? I mean,
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Well, hey, so let's
That's my only
let's just do
criticism.
this.
It doesn't speak to time, which is a
and
little
Right.
and one other issue that BrickLink has, a major issue that BrickLink has, and I wonder if it takes this into account, are the stores that have like a minimum, have a lot of like, what do you call them? Like,
well, they're in good standing, good ratings, I would assume.
yeah, but
'Cause
there's a
I've
lot
ordered-
of there's a lot of stores that have a lot of requirements. Like, right, you have to have either a minimum purchase amount or you have to order so many parts like in bulk. You know, like
Yeah,
you ever run across that?
Well, I think what would be the best.
So
Mhm.
in my experience, when you do BrickLink carts, it will tell you if your minimum's not going to be met ahead of time. So I'm sure this is filtering that as well.
I would hope so, because that would be a bummer if
why
like,
don't we look?
build your carts and then when you go to check out, you're going to get those little flags that say like, oh, minimum not met. Like, I just
All
hope.
right, well, why don't we find out?
By the way, 2 of my favorite BrickLink stores in the US are listed here, so I'm very happy to see that.
Which one's that?
I'm not going to say what they are because everybody's going to order from them.
Aha.
Wow.
Well,
All
Trade
right.
process
secret.
elimination.
Trade secret.
All right. So let's take a look at like, just because it's the least amount of stores to keep it easy, let's just try the BrickLink stores only domestic, which is the most expensive of all of them.
Mhm.
Funny enough.
Wow, you know what? Did they pre-built these carts already? Because when they gave you the estimated range, it almost looks like it was spot on, low end and to high end.
Yeah, I imagine that's exactly how it works. Like they get that number from somewhere. It's already run the wizard.
All right, let's say add carts. So, because it seems like what would be
Wow.
best to do would be to take this, translate it into a wish list,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then reshop for it.
Mhm.
Well,
So
I don't think so, because it adds complexity. Once again, this is for extreme novices, I think, to get their hands around how to do BrickLink.
right.
And,
So, but
you know,
now
doing things
I
like wish
can-
lists is a more advanced kind of thing.
now we can go in here and
Yeah, just remove.
you can
all
say
the
find
stores.
alternate stores, remove this store. Now, okay, let's try that. I want to see something. What happens if we remove all the stores?
Yeah, just remove them all. Let's see what happens.
Well, then you're just, yeah. How do you get all the-
So we are
There you
able
go.
to just
Mhm.
order
Sure.
them,
Oh,
order the
okay.
instructions. Okay,
Yeah.
very good.
There, I mean, it gets kind of weird because this is somewhere in between the idea of ideas and rebrickable, because I don't know if a lot of people recognize this, but you are signing over it's according to Jake, 3 years of that design, you cannot sell it. So
Yeah.
if you think your idea's play is a long shot, I'd almost say put it on rebrickable, charge the $5. You're going to see more return from that
Yep.
effort than you would in ideas.
Yeah, but you
'Cause
don't
that's
get the
instructions.
exposure. Yeah,
But
that's-
it's an instructions only play. You don't have the BrickLink component. So this one's kind of this nice little novice kind of way of bridging that gap to anybody who's not familiar with the logistics of
The-
BrickLink and
the
doesn't want to mess
difference,
with it.
the difference is I think rebrickable is you kind of already have to be a mock builder or a Lego builder, to some level to already like even know about that or know how that works?
No,
Or
I
even
mean, I had a
start
neighbor. I had a
there?
neighbor whose kid found Rebrickable and was teaching his dad that they could do different alternate builds out of Lego sets. That's where they started
Sure,
from, and
but
then they realized where's mock stuff.
but if you
So
have somebody who's like a Taylor Swift fan, that Taylor Swift
Oh
fans are not going to
God,
know about
must we?
Rebrickable, and if
no,
they
no,
if they really want that Taylor Swift, of course,
it
this
won't.
wouldn't apply.
It won't
This
be
would
here
not
because that's
apply.
IP.
It's IP. I was just using it as an example. I'm just saying if
Yeah, I know.
something that you saw on Lego Ideas that you actually like really, really wanted,
Hmm.
it's really more for that. It's just a second chance for Lego Ideas submissions that actually made it. Because that's the other thing too, is I think all of these had to have made it to the 10K, right? Don't they curate it specifically from that pile of like
I have no
successful
idea.
projects? I
No
thought they
clue.
did.
Okay,
I
so
could be
let's
wrong.
take a look at this. I know that we saw that we were able to delete the carts altogether and just by the instructions. Now I wanted to look at this too, so I went back. You can go down here, and this is a little different layout than it usually is. But if you want to edit your cart, usually there's a button over here on the right, but here it's underneath where the store is. It says Edit Parts, and if you click this out, it lists all the parts
Sure.
that you're getting from that store. So you could go in and say, oh, well, I've already got 2 of these. Let's get rid of those.
Mhm.
Let's get rid of those. So you can
Oh,
go in and
it gets so tedious though. It's not
it
even
would
worth
be very
Well-
tedious. However, if you really, I've known people who've done far more tedious things
Oh my god.
when they part out a legit Lego set. Like when I tried to part out the and purchase the haunted house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, that was
Mhm.
like the Lego Masters, the Monster Fighters haunted house.
There's ways
That was
There's ways you can do it.
hugely
So
difficult.
I'm really good. Like I when back in the early days when I was trying to complete sets, I would make a wish list for like each set. The thing
Mhm.
is that when you go in and get all the parts for it, you have to be very diligent about going to that wish list and removing those parts from the wish list.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you keep ordering the same parts over and over again every time you're shopping. So
So Tanner says these are not all 10K
okay, well
builds.
then they changed
that
that rule.
these were submitted to the last BrickLink Designer Program and not selected.
Okay, because the first time they did it, they curated it from the successful 10K projects.
And it's
Flynn,
invitation only.
Got it.
Yeah, it is an invitation only. Not just anybody can. You can't just buy anybody's model here. But I'll tell you, like, I want to go. I want to do an experiment with one of these that's got kind of fewer parts that wouldn't be so tedious to do, like the ant farm. Looks like it's a lot of the same types of parts, and it would probably be easy to edit with that one.
Sure. If you go back to the main screen before you accordion to open the parts, down on the lower left. Yeah, down on the lower left for usability reasons, they had a delete all carts function because probably people like you were like, I just want to delete all the carts and buy the instructions. So
Right.
yeah, if you scroll down, there is a
they
big delete all cart button.
Yeah.
I will say that I'm glad that they do offer the ability to just buy the instructions. I just found it a little strange that there wasn't an easy
Yeah, it's not
way.
obvious. It's not obvious.
And in all the language surrounding the program, there is nothing that says, or you can just buy the instructions. Like it is definitely funneling you to BrickLink, which is the point. And I totally agree with that. But
Fair.
But it would be nice to if they would have, we'll see.
There
But
also
still,
is the aspect of this is a trial, and so it's not being marketed. So what's going to be really interesting is looking at the marketing push once this is like GA, considered a generally accessible product.
Yeah, I think you're right. They're basically competing with Rebrickable at this point, and there's a certain advantage that they have, but it does feel like it's slightly a different market, maybe, but kind of the same because it's not IP based, so you don't get the hubbub that really comes over from ideas. It doesn't really translate one to one.
What will really be telling is if this shows up in the Lego Life magazine, if it shows up at some promo items in the Lego store, didn't find what you're looking for, try out this BrickLink program kind of thing. Because believe it or not, Lego's marketing presence and footprint is going to blow anything that Rebrickable has out of the water, probably.
Exactly.
Well, what I would love to see happen, like an element of this program that I would like to see transferred over to the general BrickLink experience, is the ability to include Lego Pick-a-Brick into your optional stores when you purchase your stuff. Because you could see that when you ordered them from Pick-a-Brick store, the model was actually a lot cheaper. And that's one of the things I know that people who shop on BrickLink are always like, oh, well, is it going to be cheaper for me to get the part from Pick-a-Brick, or is it going to be cheaper for me to get it from a store? And you have to do a lot of work, and that takes out a lot of guesswork. A lot of guesswork.
And you know what? You know how we use the term shopping the MOCs? That's literally what this is. You could basically go in, look at one of these guys and be like, ooh, there's a lot of good parts in there, and just hit that button for and get the parts.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Well, still a really interesting program. I'm super excited to see how it's going to all shake out. And I encourage you that if you want this program to continue or you're into it, is to actually go, and even if you just purchase the instructions, that's going to be something that sends a signal to Lego that, hey, this is working. Hey, people like this, whatever. And also it's support, that $10 that you're paying for the instructions is directly supporting the artist.
Well, there was a certain amount of trepidation, wasn't there, when the new relationship between BrickLink and Lego happened? Like, oh, what's going to happen? Are the prices going to change? This is one of the benefits we see of that partnership, right?
Yeah. Well, I think that whole being able to, like I said, I think I don't know if you want to call it an olive branch that Lego has extended by saying, hey, you can shop Pick-a-Brick and these people's stores who have nothing to do with us. I think that's, you wouldn't see a lot of companies doing that. I'm just saying.
True.
I like
they
it.
would be funneling everything to their website.
Yeah, if there's some product manager that's listening to the stream, they probably aren't, but if they were, I would definitely take the Epic that integrated the Lego Pick-a-Brick component and add it as a store, an official BrickLink store, and you're off.
Yeah, and I bet you dollars to donuts they're not doing it right now, because how would they handle that sudden influx of lots and lots of BrickLink Pick-a-Brick orders?
Sure.
I know money is money.
That would be like
that's the way I look at it. Is
there still has to be people to fulfill that order, right?
Yeah,
so
but,
like if
you would hope the profits would be there to make that worthwhile, for staffing.
Oh, I'm sure it would, but they still have to put that infrastructure in place before they can launch it.
It's true. That is the thing.
The equivalent. It's the equivalent of video game, online video games launching and not having enough server space to accommodate all of the thousands of people who are suddenly going to want their game.
Yeah, because you need the revenue to fund it, Yeah, exactly.
So, anywho, well,
that'd be the most interesting Kickstarter in history is allow BrickLink to integrate to Pick-a-Brick, and it gets funded after $50 million in infrastructure or something.
It's selfishly,
they need our $50 million?
I kind of hope they don't, for that same logic that Moto had earlier, is like, for those of us in the know, we want to hold on to that perk as long as possible, because when everybody's shopping there, supply and demand, right? So.
Well, that's the interesting.
Well, again, I think when you look at the. Go ahead.
No, you first.
No, I'm just saying, when you look at the prices of how much these things are going to cost, I know that we're talking about this being aimed at like new people to BrickLink or whatever, but with the prices of those sets, I see that scaring off a lot of more casual builders.
Sure.
Like that's $500-$600 for. That's a lot for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So
it is. Yeah.
Well, anywho,
they're not going to sell these things in the mass quantities that they do their typical Lego products.
Oh yeah, of course. That's why it's a point of sale where they're collecting the.
But also the nice thing is it doesn't cost them anything, because there's not that overhead of having a designer have to redesign things and having to package it, and you know what I mean? Like it doesn't. There's a lot less overhead there. So
Blair's here.
Yeah. Hi,
Blair.
Hi, Blair. Oh my goodness, we miss you so much. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you.
Interesting.
you
Okay.
think about the logistics, the cheapest and highest volume stores will sell out as people order more and more of that model, to eventually there's going to be 30 stores across the world and it's going to be priced out. So
Yeah.
just
Well,
the
right, but-
mechanics of BrickLink alone
Okay.
and supply in the world, it's going to get exhausted. So I have no problem with it.
But
It's good- it's a good
realistically,
experiment.
what do you think the volume of people is going to be purchasing these, in some cases, outrageously expensive sets?
Not very much. Not very.
Yeah,
big.
it won't be a lot.
I think this is going to be a smaller revenue stream than some of their other programs.
I
But
think so,
still,
Yeah.
it's I think this is really how I look at it is more of a beneficial to the artist, enabling people to get their stuff out there, and get people building it that wouldn't have otherwise, especially when you're like, somebody might find it very intimidating to get instructions off of Rebrickable, and then, like you were saying, Moto, have to go to BrickLink and figure out how to like build it with the parts list and all that kind of stuff. They're kind of cutting out that middle section.
Yeah.
But
And also people who do run those high volume, really efficient BrickLink stores, hopefully they get a small reward and more orders coming through because of this. So,
well, yeah,
because running a BrickLink store is not an easy thing, especially
Nope.
on the larger
No.
scale. Like you look at, I'll do Asa Bricks in Texas, right? They're constantly, churning and sorting and supplying and fulfilling just crazy fast all the time as their so-called real small business. And I'm glad if they show up there and they get another order, I'm happy they're there and they're getting some orders.
Absolutely. They're great.
And yes, Blair,
All right.
we all missed out on Scareback this weekend. Couldn't make it happen.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about it. It's making me sad.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm sure that there's like a million things that we could continue talking about this program, but we are out of time for today. So let's check out some minifigs, y'all. We've got some fun minifigs to share.
Give me 1 minute.
Oh, I
to
hear
together.
minifigs coming.
Sorry.
I think we took everyone by surprise.
No,
Why
I'm
don't
putting
you
it
go first,
together.
Amy?
I got
I'm
mine.
gonna go last.
Oh, okay. We're gonna go. Well, Richard's gonna go first.
Okay.
I've got this Lego, I believe it's Futuron Green Space Person.
Ooh.
Yay, green space person. All right, Kara.
More pieces together into her hand. And
Oh, I think I know what this is. I'm gonna guess. Is it Tinkerbell?
Close. It's the queen. It's little Bobby Socks.
Oh, Minnie. All right. Very good. I love her little pink cardigan.
I know, she's so cute. She's like a little Bobby Soxer.
Very cute. All right, Moto.
Oh, because Mel was in the chat, hopefully still around, I'm going to do a Spider-Man figure.
Ah!
Oh my goodness. The most terrifying.
So there is
Spider-Man
the Jack Stone Spider-Man. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Nice.
Creepy.
Is that a Technic figure?
No, it's a Jack Stone figure rendered in, because they had a Spider-Man set with Jack Stone figures. There you
Oh,
go.
right on.
Very cool.
No, kind of
All
creepy.
right,
Look at
Holly.
those weird hands.
All right. I just put these together. That's why I wanted to go last. All right. They don't have the capes, but these are fantastic. That's
Oh yes.
the reggae man and the Firestarter batsuit.
Very
My good
nice.
one is ridiculously bonkers.
It's very silly.
It's amazing. So good.
All right, and I've got mine now. I don't remember her name, and I'm sorry I didn't look it up, but because I just love this. She is from the pop-up party bus, which was one of my favorite models from the Lego Movie 2 sets. It was just such a good one. And I'm sorry I can't remember her name, but
The best afro.
It's got the best hair ever. And she's got a pretty slick, like all matching pink outfit and microphone as well. Look at that.
Awesome.
Pretty amazing. That and okay, now I do have I have a thing from the crypt, but we're so far over time. I feel like I should wait for it for next week, or a time when we don't have more things to talk about. So I'll save it. But we do have a thing from the crypt coming up, and it's a pretty special one too, if I do say so. Oh, stickers! I nearly forgot stickers.
Well,
Here we go.
That's okay if you don't have stickers.
I know we didn't have them last week,
It's
but
a
here's ours.
4+ set, so
Right.
This is from 345 pieces, 41349, the Drifting Diner.
Oh, cool.
That's pretty great. I love the pink and black speakers is great.
awesome.
Yeah, very cool. All right. Anybody else?
Yeah, I have a pretty cool set here. This is from, let's see, 41236 Harley Quinn Dorm. And it's got the nice
Oh yeah, that's a great
Metallic.
one.
metallic
Yep.
stickers.
Ooh.
Some great
Very
drawings.
nice.
Very hard to see 'cause,
Shiny.
yeah.
Shiny.
Those lights are cool. There's
Moto, you got anything for us today?
That's cool, Holly.
No, because I think I showed off both
Okay.
sticker sets that I had recently.
Got it. Oh, hi. That's us. That's not
We're
what I
back.
meant to do. I know.
That's you.
Okay. I didn't mean to do that. All right. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. All right, everybody. Well, gosh, thanks so much for joining us today and checking out the new sets that we talked about today and that pop-up mock store, which I suggest for you to go check out. Just go see it for yourself. We kind of scraped the surface a little bit. I mean, actually, we went pretty far down. There's not really a whole lot more further to go on that one, except for to just try it out yourself, see how it works. I think I would like to go. I want to just settle that experiment that we were talking about, Moto, and just order maybe the ant farm or maybe Chris's horse, and do it with the pick a brick and the other, and the other one, and some random stores, and just see what the shipping is like. Especially since I'm not in a hurry, I could afford to, wait on it a little bit. But we'll see. I'm interested to see. So, all right, everybody. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and until next time. Don't forget to stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, wear that mask when and where you still need to, get your flu shot, get your boosters, because I'm telling you, folks, it's still going around. We got people getting sick. Our,
Left and right.
friends down the street just got sick this week. So,
Yep.
it's not
take care
over
of
yet. So
yourself.
keep taking care of yourself. Keep on keeping on, as they say. And we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Happy building.